give me that old-time religion, give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me.
Hello, Howard.
Hello, Mindy.
I think it's going to be harder than yesterday. The rain last night didn't do much good.
I brought up some worms. Look at this fat one.
How can you touch them? It makes me all goosebumpy.
What are you scared of? You was a worm once.
I wasn't neither.
Yes, you were. When the whole world was covered with water, there was nothing but worms and blobs of jelly. Your whole family was worms.
We was not.
Blobs of jelly then.
Howard Blair, that's sinful talk. I'm going to tell my pa, and he's going to make you wash your mouth out with soap.
Your old man's a monkey. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Sit down, Rach. I'll bring him up. You can talk right here in the courtroom. As long as I've been a bailiff here, we've never had nothing but drunks, vagrants, and a couple of chicken thieves. Our best catch was that fellow from Minnesota who chopped up his wife and kids. We had to extradite him. Seems kind of queer having a school teacher here at the jail. Might improve the writing on the walls. I'll leave you two alone to talk. Don't run off, Bert.
Hello, Bert.
Rach, I told you not to come here.
I couldn't help it. Nobody saw me. Mr. Meeker won't tell. I keep thinking of you locked up here.
You know something funny? The food's better than the boarding house. And if people knew how cool it was down there, we'd have a crime wave every summer.
I stopped by your place and picked up some of your things. A clean shirt, some ties, a couple of handkerchiefs.
Thanks.
Bert, why don't you tell him it was all just a joke? Tell him that you didn't mean to do it and you won't do it again.
I suppose everyone's all steamed up about Brady coming.
He's coming out in a special train out of Chattanooga. Pa's going to the station to meet him. Everybody is.
Well, strike up the band.
Bert, it's still not too late. Why can't you just admit you're wrong? If the biggest man in the country, except for the president maybe, if Matthew Harrison Brady comes here to tell the whole world how wrong you are,
You still think I did wrong?
why did you do it?
You know why I did it. I had the book in my hand, Hunter's Civic Biology. I opened it up and read in my sophomore science class, chapter 17, Darwin's Origin of Species. All it says is that man wasn't just stuck up here, like a geranium in a flower pot. That living things come from long miracles. It didn't just happen in 7 days.
There's a law against it.
I know that.
Everybody says that what you did is bad.
It isn't as simple as that. Good or bad, black or white, night or day. Did you know at the top of the world the twilight is 6 months long?
But we don't live at the top of the world. We live in Hillsboro, and when the sun goes down, it's dark. Why do you try to make it different? Here.
Thanks, Rach.
Why can't you be on the right side of things?
Your father's side? Rach, love me.
I got a sweep. Matthew Harrison Brady coming here. I voted for him for president twice, in 1900 and in '08. Wasn't old enough to vote for him the first time he ran, but my pa did. I seen him once at a Chautauqua meeting in Chattanooga. The tent poles shook. Who's going to be your lawyer, son?
I don't know yet. I wrote to the newspaper in Baltimore. They're sending somebody.
He better be loud.
You want me to go back down?
No need, you can stay up here if you want.
I'm supposed to be in jail. I better be in jail.
Warmer for you, Mrs. Krabs. The good Lord gave us the heat, the good Lord gave us the glance to slept with.
I bet the devil and so obliging.
Don't intend to find out.
Good morning, Reverend.
Morning.
Morning, Reverend.
Mrs. Krebs, where's the banner? You haven't raised the banner.
Kate didn't drive till just now.
See that you have it up before Mr. Brady arrives.
Fast as we can do it, Reverend.
We must show him at once what kind of community this is.
Yes, Reverend. Come on, Phil, help.
Big day, Reverend.
Indeed it is.
Fit for a king.
Station master says old 94 is on time out of Chattanooga, and Brady's on board all right.
The minute Brady gets here, people are going to pour in. Town's going to fill up like a rain barrel in a flood.
That means business.
Where are they going to stay? Where we going to sleep, all the people?
They got money. We'll sleep them.
Looks like the biggest day for this town since we put up Coxey's army.
Hey, Tiffany's got out his bass drum, and you ought to see what they've done to the depot. Ribbons all over the rain spout.
Lemonade, lemonade.
It's all ready, Reverend.
Hot dogs. Get your red hot dogs.
Eat your fans. Compliments of Mainly Schooner House. 30 cents. Howard. Howard.
Ma, this is just like the county fair.
Now you settle down, stop running around, and play some attention when Mr. Brady comes. Spit down your hair. Hold still.
My Bible, guidebook to eternal life.
When a fan compliments a Mainly Funeral Home, 35 cents, I die first. You're a stranger here, aren't you, mister? Want a nice place to stay? I had a nice place to stay, and I left it to come here. You're gonna need a room. I have a reservation at the mansion house. Oh, that's all right. I suppose for them like having a privacy of a bedroom. Stone plums and plumbingless steps. Ah, Hillsborough, heavenly Hillsborough. The buckle on the Bible belt. Hot dog.
Bible.
Now that poses a pretty problem. Which is hungrier, my stomach or my soul?
Are you an evolutionist? An infidel? Sinner?
The worst kind. I write for the newspaper. E.K. Hornback, Baltimore Herald. I don't believe I caught your name.
They call me Elijah.
Elijah, yes. I had no idea that you were still around. I've heard some of your stuff.
I neither read nor write.
Oh, excuse me. I must be thinking of another Elijah.
Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me. It was good for the Hebrew children. It was good for the Hebrew children. It was good for the Hebrew children. It's good enough for me. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me.
An arrogant youth who has spoken out against the revealed word. I have come because what has happened in the schoolroom of your town has unloosed a wicked attack of the big cities of the north. Attack upon the law which you have so wisely placed among the statutes of this state. I'm here to defend that which is most precious in the hearts of all of us, the living truth of the scriptures.
Mr. Brady, a picture.
I should be happy to oblige. Sarah,
No, Matt, just you and the dignitaries.
you are the mayor, are you not?
I am, sir.
My name is Matthew Harrison Brady.
Oh, I know that. Everyone knows that. I had a speech prepared, but somehow I don't think that's necessary.
I should be honored to hear your greeting, sir.
Mr. Matthew Harrison Brady, this municipality is proud to have within its city limits the warrior who has always fought for us ordinary people. The lady folks of this town wouldn't have voted if it wasn't for you, fighting to give them all suffrage. Mr. President Wilson would never have got to the White House and won the war if it wasn't for you supporting him. And in conclusion, the governor of our state.
Who's the spiritual leader of your community?
That would be Reverend Jeremiah Brown.
Your servant and the Lord's.
The Reverend at my left, the Mayor at my right. We must look grave, gentlemen, but not too serious. Hopeful, I think is the word. We must look hopeful.
In conclusion, the governor of our state has vested me in the authority to confer upon you a rattle into town and leave behind the yesterday Messiah, standing in the road alone in the cloud of silver dust. Colonel Brady's virginal small towner has been had by Macaroni and Montgomery Ward. Sir, I'm Tom Davenport.
Of course, Circuit District Attorney. We will be a team, won't we, Mr. Young Man?
Matt, they're bringing Henry Drummond for the defense.
Drummond? Henry Drummond?
We won't allow him in the town.
No, I believe we should welcome Drummond.
Welcome him.
Matt, do you think?
I have to build up my strength, Mother, for the battle ahead. Now what will Drummond do? He'll try to make us forget the lawbreaker and put the law on trial. But we'll have the answer from Mr. Drummond right here, and some of the things the sweet young lady has told me.
But Mr. Brady,
A fine girl, Reverend, a fine girl.
Rachel has always been taught the righteous thing to do.
Then, thank you. A toast to tomorrow, to the beginning of the trial, and the success of our cause. A toast in good American lemonade.
Mr. Mayor, it's time now for Mr. Brady's nap. He likes to nap after a meal.
We have a suite ready for you at the mansion house. I think you'll find your bags already there.
Thank you.
Mr. Meeker? Mr. Meeker, Bert, can you hear me? Bert, you've got to tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
I give advice at remarkably low rates. 10% off to unmarried young ladies, and special discounts to the clergy and their daughters.
What are you doing here?
I'm inspecting the battlefield the night before the battle. Before it's littered with the debris of the journalistic camp followers, I'm scouting myself an observation post to watch the fray. Wait, why do you want to see Bert Cates? What's he to you or you to him? Could it be that beauty and biology are both on the same side?
It sounds like as if you're a friend of Bert's.
As much as a critic can be a friend to anyone. Don't worry, I'm not the serpent, little Eva. This isn't the tree of knowledge. You won't find one in the orchids of heavenly Hillsborough. Besides, there's just birches, beeches, butternuts, a few ignorance bushes, but no tree of knowledge. Here.
It would help Bert if people here could read this. It would help them understand. I never expected you to write an article like this. You seem so...
Cynical? Well, that's my fascination. I do hateful things for which people love me, and lovable things for which people hate me. I'm a friend to the enemies, and the enemy of friends. I am both poles and the equator with no temperate zone in between.
You make it sound as if Bert's a hero. I'd like to think that, but I can't. A school teacher is a public servant. I think that we should do what the law and the school board want him to. If the superintendent says, Miss Brown, you're to teach from Whitley's second reader, I don't feel like I have to give him an argument.
Ever give your students a snap quiz on existence?
What?
You know, where we came from, where we are, where we're going.
All the answers to those questions are in the Bible.
All of them? So you feed the youth of Hillsborough from that little truck garden of your mind?
I think there must be something wrong in what Bert believes if a great man like Mr. Brady comes here to speak out against him.
Matthew Harrison Brady came here to find a stump to shot from. That's all.
You couldn't understand. Mr. Brady is the champion of ordinary people, like us.
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. The ordinary people played a dirty trick on Colonel Brady. They ceased to exist. There used to be a time when Brady was the hero of the hinterland, water boy for the great unwashed. But they've got inside plumbing in their heads these days. There's a highway through the backwoods now, and the trees of the forest have reluctantly made room for their leafless cousins, the telephone poles. Henry's Lizzie rattles into town and leaves behind the yesterday Messiah, standing on the roof, alone in a cloud of flipper dust. Colonel Brady's virginal small-towner has been had by macaroni and Montgomery Ward.
It'll be a hot night, Miss Krebs.
I thought we'd get some relief when the sun went down.
It's the devil!
Hello, devil. Welcome to hell.
Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. Give me that old-time religion. It's good enough for me.